Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Anubis, the Game Archer, with a brand new video for you guys today. Welcome to my channel. Hope you'll feel good, looking, smelling good. In today's video, we're doing our top 5 games of 2022. Ending on our game in here. But first, before we get into the video, you guys need to do one thing only. Like the video. Well, obviously, you can do more than that. Do all the things the algorithm likes. Every single thing the algorithm likes, do it. Also, follow me on Twitch. Link to me in the description box below. Show Monday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern to midnight. Variety streamer. All right. Before I actually go through my top 5, here is my usual disclaimer when I do these kind of videos. This is my opinion. Your opinion is going to be different. It's okay for you to have a different opinion. Feel free in the comments to put your top 5 games of 2022. That's cool. You know, we're all allowed to like different things. Respect is respect. My top 5 is based on games that I played in 2022 and games that released in 2022. That could also include remakes, remasters, ports to PC, ports to Xbox, ports to whatever platform. So some games might have been released on PlayStation in 2018, but got a PC release in 2022, and that's when I played it. So it is going to be included in a 2022 release. Now, that game being referenced is not on my top 5. Just saying, I think the God of War game that got ported to PC, the 2018 version for that released 2022, was just an okay video game. So if you're going to be like looking for God of War in the top 5, it's not going to be there. If it was like a top 10, it would be, but a top 5 is not going to be. So just a little disclaimer, just to like let you guys know what the criteria is. Games that I myself have played. I'm not giving my opinion on games I haven't experienced. I'm not giving my opinion on games where I watched a streamer play it and now I'm telling you that I like it too. No, these are games that I play. I play a lot of video games daily. So this is just my opinion. Let's get to the video. Coming in at number 5 is a surprise, Modern Warfare 2. Now, Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer is a mess, but what really got this game into the top 5 is its campaign. I have not had this much fun with a FPS campaign in a very long time. Like, I love a lot of FPS stories like Halo story and Gears of War story, and they're great, but those are so story driven where the cinematics become more background. Modern Warfare 2 feels like a high budget Hollywood movie, but also it's fun and intriguing. Like, the plot is all over the place, but it's still a fun and intriguing experience. It's like I'm dealing with the freaking Christopher Nolan movie, but that also kind of combines with Michael Bay a little bit. It's fun. You know, I love the stealth missions. I love stealth video games. So the stealth missions for me were one of the most fun things in the game. It's very unique. I love the difference in the level design. None of the missions felt the same. They all felt different. They all felt unique to their own you know, story element, their own point in the plot. And just the overall gameplay for the campaign was really fun, and I also really enjoyed the sound and the voice acting, the cinematics. Everything about the campaign was just a masterpiece. Even when it comes to multiplayer, though, multiplayer is very fun. It's kind of a mess. The community kind of ruins it, but at its core, it's a very fun and very good game. One of the best multiplayers out when it comes to shooters right now. So even when it comes down to the fact that I think it's kind of a mess, that's mostly because of servers and things like that. But also the biggest flaw in Call of Duty's campaign to its multiplayer is its community. I'm not going to blame this game entirely for its community. I have fun with it. One of the best games that I play in 2022. That's just it. Coming in number 4 on my list is going to surprise you. Look. This is going to surprise you, because coming number 4 on my list is Diablo Immortal.
Fear my blade.
By holy fire be redeemed!
I'm joking. I'm joking. It's not Diablo Immortal. Number 4 on my list is actually Lost Ark, and I know it's going to like be a little weird for some people, but Lost Ark to me when I first played it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I played it a lot when it came out on PC. Fun game. I enjoy it. I'm going to go back to playing it too. They have new content coming out from Lost Ark. I didn't get as into Lost Ark as I wanted to, because Elden Ring came out and kind of like, you know, screwed some things over. And then I did go back to playing Lost Ark after I beat Elden Ring, and generally it was just a fun game. You know, I really enjoyed Lost Ark. I really enjoyed the different characters you can play as. I have 3 characters right now. I'm gonna make a fourth character in Lost Ark. It's a very fun game. The story isn't really all that there, but when it comes to most MMOs and nowadays, they don't really have very good stories, especially Korean MMOs. They just tend to just go all out on the combat being what draws you in. That's kind of what it is with Black Desert. Black Desert's all about its character creator and its combat, and just in general is characters period. Lost Ark's kind of the same way. Lost Ark's character creator is pretty good. It's all about its combat. It's also all about the individual classes and how they work and what they do. Very fun game, very good game. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with Lost Ark. I know it gets memed on a lot because, you know, it has like a bot problem. I think a lot of MMOs have bot problems, but Lost Ark gets like a lot of proportion because how many people are like tallied on for like Lost Ark. I really want to get more into doing raids in Lost Ark. I didn't do too many of those, but I definitely really have fun and enjoy my time with Lost Ark. Especially now that I have a new GPU, definitely be like a lot more fun to play the game with, you know, some better quality settings. But Lost Ark, very good game. I do recommend if you're into MMOs. I enjoy myself. It's not higher than where it is in those, and it could be swapped between 4 and 5. And as I mentioned, my honorable mentions, you know, it could also be pushed out by my Midnight Suns when I play that. So, you know, Lost Ark, as much as I enjoy it, it could be between 4 and like number 6 when it comes to my favorite games of 2022, or even like number 7. Like, even though this isn't a top 10, I do already have like a mental note of who will be in the top 10. So Lost Ark could be rotating around had I played Midnight Suns before I made this video. So just a couple honorable mentions here. Marvel Midnight Sun likely would have made this list had I played it at the time of recording, but I don't have it yet. I will have it for Christmas, so you know I'm going to end up playing it, but unfortunately this video is being recorded before Christmas, so you know I don't know. Like I said, this video is all about games that I've actually played, and though I think this game will be good enough to even be number 5 or number 4, you know, I'm not going to put it that spot, so it's just gonna be honorable mention for now. Same thing goes for Valkyrie Elysium, another game that I'm probably going to end up getting for Christmas. Probably might have also, I'm not going to guarantee with this one. Like, I can guarantee Midnight Suns probably been like a 4 or 5, but Valkyrie Elysium might have also been a game that could have, you know, cracked the top 5. So that's also what we consider in my honor mentions. And I also consider the Tower Fantasy honor mention. Like, even though those other two games I haven't played yet, I will play within the next couple weeks. But Tower Fantasy, I did really enjoy my time playing that game. Really was one of the funnest games that I played all year. And one reason why I stopped playing Tower Fantasy is because I had some technical issues. So, and the technical issues kind of like ruined my experience with the game, because it put me to a point to where I missed out on so much content and so much like new characters to where it's like, all right, I don't want to play anymore. Coming in number 3 on my list, and this is a very close one. Number 2 and 3 are super close. Like, it could just be 2A and 2B because this is that close. But number 3 on my list is Plague Tale Requiem. I didn't do a review of this game. I really wanted to. I just, you know, it was a time thing. But this is one of the best new releases. I'm using that word right there, new, for a reason. This is one of the best new releases to come out in the entirety of 2022. This game is a phenomenal. It is masterwork, not even just masterpiece, not even just a master class. It's a masterwork of art. The visuals of this game is mind-blowing and astonishing. The atmosphere is beautiful. The locations, like, it's just this. If you haven't played a Plague Tale, the first one, you need to play that one first and then play this one. They're both phenomenal games. They're both amazingly well written games. They're both, it's like the acting in this game. Let me tell you, like, look, when the Game Awards happened, I voted for Plague Tale's voice actress because I don't think anyone on this planet in video games has done a better job than Charlotte at voice acting when it comes to video games this year, at least. She is she was amazing. Like, people ask me about Plague Tale Requiem, I told them, if you want to play a video game with Oscar level acting, play Plague Tale. This game's voice acting is on a league of its own. Its gameplay is a little slow for some people, but also there are some issues that which kind of like why it's lower on this list. But a lot of those issues are more so my own, and I won't say my own inexperience, my own struggles with the game. You know, fortitude situation. I was playing the game on a harder setting, and I had like a lot of issues doing things basically the way I wanted to, and I still got through it, beat the game. Loved every second of it, but it caused some frustration. I was going to say that. Admittedly, I got frustrated playing the game, just more so because of my own, you know, abilities, not the game's fault itself. But like from beginning to end, I enjoyed every single second of it. This game's amazing. I jokingly say if the game that's at number 1 didn't exist, this probably would be my game of the year. Again, it's at 3, but again, this is the difference between 2 and 3 right now is very, very marginal. It's very, very small. It's not a big gap. And again, number 2 is a port. So if you don't want to include ports to a top 5 games of the year, then this is number 2. You know, so but for me, I'm including ports, so this is number 3. It's amazing. You really should be playing Play. So if you have Game Pass, you have no excuse not to. It's basically essentially free on PC and Xbox if you have Game Pass. It is, you won't regret it. It is one of the best games, period. Not even just like this year. It is a masterpiece. It is one of the best story-driven games to ever be released, and whatever comes for the future with this franchise is going to be insane. I do have just one big story gripe, and it's the ending. I feel like it's more like a morality situation than anything else. So I don't want to. I'm not going to spoil anything, but how it all kind of plays out and ends when it comes to the ending. Kind of had a sour thought, or like a little bit of salt there for me. But Plague Tale Requiem, amazing game. Coming in at number 2 is the Spider-Man remaster for PC. Now, again, I said we're including ports here, and this is a port, came out in August, PC, and it's great. It's definitely one of, if not the best superhero video games ever. You know, it's competing with Arkham. You know, whenever someone makes a superhero video game, you are competing with the Arkham franchise, and this game is up there. This game's up there. It's fun. It's phenomenal. The visuals are astonishing. The voice acting, very good. The atmosphere, perfect. The web swinging around the city, perfect. There's nothing really to complain about with this game other than like some small, like minor details when it came to like seeming like some deep sinking issues, and sometimes Peter would do things without me pressing any buttons. I played on keyboard and mouse, so sometimes he would just do things, and I wouldn't be touching my keyboard at all. I'd just be like looking around, and he would just start doing stuff, or you know, I'll be web swinging, and he'll start freaking like trying to like zoom in and things like that. It's just there were some weird technical issues that I was having with the game. Had a massive sound bug where the sound kind of just stopped working, and there's another time where there's like just the sound went out, but it sort of had like a little crackling sound in the game where I had to like reload the game. So I had some technical issues with the game. Those are the biggest things. A lot of the what's that, the chick with the helmet, Screwball, whatever her name is, hated those missions. Like I thought those missions were terrible and should have been thrown away. But outside of that, from beginning to end, I love this experience. I'm a big Marvel fan, a big comic book fan. Spider-Man is one of my all-time favorite characters from my childhood. It was phenomenal. It's one of the best Spider-Man games. It's definitely up there. Like Spider-Man 2, when it comes to like the original PS2, is definitely like a golden Spider-Man game. I think I'll put this over that, but that's also, but I could also be like recency bias, so we can also include that. We could say maybe recency bias is why I'll put this over the original Spider-Man 2 video game PS2. But I don't think recency bias is saying that this game definitely is comparable and competes very well with the original Arkham series when it comes to the Arkham video games. Finally and lastly, our game of the year, number 1 on the list. Not a surprise. It's not gonna surprise anyone when I say it, but Elden Ring is the best game of 2022. It's my best game 2022. It's some of y'all best game 2022. I'm sure it's some publishers' best game 2022. We all heard it. Elden Ring is basically, here's what I describe Elden Ring to one of my friends. Elden Ring is the developers from Software taking all the best things from the previous games and putting it into one game. All the best things of Demon's Souls, all the best things of Dark Souls 3, all the best things of Sekiro, all the best things of Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 1 put into one game. And it's exactly what it should be. It's a mad scientist's best work. Elden Ring is the best work from Software, and maybe there's more to come from them when it comes to making even better games than Elden Ring. This game is one of those rare video games that's been hyped up since the day it was announced and delivered on all its hype. It delivered. It made all the money that it made. It came out and it out the park. One of the best games ever. Not even just like of this year. There has not been an RPG since 2015 where I felt like this could be one of the best games ever. And that game was Witcher 3. Witcher 3 to me is the best RPG of all time. Not my favorite game of all time. My favorite game of all time is Mass Effect. but to me, the best RPG of all time is Witcher 3. Elden Ring was pushing that tier of like, this is amazing. Be it the way the world looks, the visuals of this game had me like, what the fuck, dude? Like when I first got into like the like just in general of the world, all the different biomes and landscapes of Elden Ring look beautiful. But when I got to the city, when I got to that big ass city, I was like, yo, what the this looks, it's not Inner Londor, but it's close. It had me have like a very similar reaction to the first time I saw Inner Londor, where it's like, holy fuck, Inner Londo, I said Londor. It looks so good. The details in this game, the detail from the cities to the characters' armors, the lore, the story is so good. I know people are like, Dark Souls games don't have story. Shut up. They do. You just have to actually pay attention. You know, like, yes, the game the game doesn't hold your hand. Like, it doesn't hold your hand gameplay wise, it doesn't hold your hand combat wise, but it also doesn't hold your hand story wise. And I love all of that. You know, I like video games, whether it's a game that has a lot of cinematics like Dragon Age, Mass Effect, or a game like Elden Ring and the Souls games where you got to piece together a lot of the story through looking at, you know, the lore tabs, looking at weapons, looking at notes written on the floor, and paying attention to what the bosses are saying. Things like I like all those extra details, and then putting that all together. I love it. You know, and I myself as a Souls player, I don't need VaatiVidya or anyone like him like to explain the games to me. I can put the two together myself. But even when it comes down to like those lore streamers and lore content creators putting things together, that makes it easier for people who aren't like me, who, you know, want to understand the story better, be able to understand the story better. It makes it more streamlined. It makes it easier to digest for those players. But if you're a hardcore player like myself, you understand the story perfectly freaking fine. And the story of Elden Ring is really good. It's great. I still think Dark Souls 3 has the best Souls story. The Elden Ring story is really, really good. Phenomenal game. Really nothing, like 10 out of 10. There's nothing about Elden Ring that I didn't like. I have 8 characters, including the Game Plus character. I did a bow build, I did a freaking magic build, I did a freaking pyromancy build, I did a freaking black flame build. Like, then I had like my samurai with my main. The game's phenomenal, and I'll be playing this game for the rest of my life. You know, that's how good every game on this list are good games, and I'll beat them once or twice, and that's it. But Elden Ring's a game I'll be playing for the rest of my life because it's just that freaking good. Some games stay with you. Witcher 3 stays with you. Halo stays with you. Mass Effect stays with you. Dragon Age stays with you. Elden Ring stays with you. Best game of 2022, and that's my list. So leave up any thoughts you have in the comments below. Tell me your top 5. You know, be respectful. If you're gonna be like, this list sucks, I'm just gonna delete your comment because I don't care about childish shit. I'm too old for that. You know, your opinion is cool if you're being constructive, or if you just want to like share what your top 5 is, or your top 10, whatever. You know, again, my list is based on games I played. My games are based on the fact on the platforms that I own. I'm not going to give my opinion on things that I haven't experienced, and these are what I experienced, and these are the games that I really enjoyed this year. So leave all this thoughts you have in the comments below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Follow me on Twitch. Do all things the algorithm likes, and not being your boy, a newest gamer Archer. I'll catch you guys in 2023. Y'all have a good new year. Merry Christmas, belated Christmas, depending on when this video comes up. Happy on all the holidays that you guys celebrate. Hope you all have a good weekend, or hope you all have a good rest of your month. Hope you all stay safe and be kind to one another. It's free to be kind. You don't gotta be a dick. I mean, your boy out of here. Deuces.